The following content is for entertainment purposes only. All of the voices in this video and this disclaimer were generated using artificial intelligence and are not actual quotes of the persons depicted. This content is purely satirical and is in no way a political advertisement or contains any political bias. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, despite all odds, we have somehow made it to episode 20 of President's Play Pokemon Crystal Randomizer Nuzlocke. Your reward? Having your favorite Pokemon master walk into Clair's gym and smack yet another Nepo baby gym leader around like it's nothing. We also have our boy George back after his self-imposed one-episode suspension. How was the week off bush?
It's good to be back, Donald. I also like how you hopped right into your first encounter this episode. It's such a happy-looking seal as well. Let's get this quick capture and then head into the gym.
So much for it being such a happy seal. Now it's floating around unconsciously in the waters of Blackthorn City. Nice start to the episode, Donald. I'm sure that's definitely not a sign of things to come today.
Oh, eat my ass, Biden. I used a not very effective attack from our physical attacker. If it couldn't live through that, then it's absolutely worthless and I want it nowhere near Donnie's destroyers. Now with that disappointment out of the way, I'm interested to see what type this gym ends up being. Hopefully something our team can smack around with ease.
I have to agree with Donald on this one, Joe. Not only would it have taken time to level up, but if it couldn't survive that attack, it would have been cooked in a minute. Just another example of the level scaling in this game making absolutely no sense. Why are the Pokemon in the waters of this town in the teens?
Did somebody say there were teens in the waters of this town? Guys, I think I've reached the summit of my Pokemon journey. You guys go on without me, and I'll be a lifeguard to all the teenagers of Blackthorn City. It's been real.
That is absolutely 100% not what I said, Joe. I swear if this activity continues, I'm going to call Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen? Who's that? Is he somebody those jerks in Congress want to put on the ticket instead of me? I bet he's just some goody two-shoes from Delaware. I hate that state. Literally nothing good has ever come from there.
I couldn't agree more with you, Joe. Maybe you are actually starting to get smarter. Those rumors of dementia have been greatly exaggerated.
Joe, are you seriously trying to tell me you of all people have no idea who Chris Hansen is? Think hard about it, man. Have you ever walked into a room and there was some guy waiting who asked you to take a seat?
Guy asking me to take a seat? Oh yeah, there was this one time where... Wait, oh no, guys, please, you can't call him. Please, I'm begging you. I swear on Polyrath I'll be bitter, I promise.
Yeah, I figured that would jog your long-lost memory, Joe. But going back a few weeks ago, I'm really sorry about everything I said. I was having such a bad episode, and then when I lost Shendu, the filter that holds back all of my intrusive thoughts was just removed. I didn't mean what I said, and I know Dark Brandon will be back. I hope we can still be friends and you can forgive me.
I'm sorry too, buddy, because I said some really mean things as well. I don't think that you're a fraud, and I shouldn't have tried to force you to apologize. It's a tough time in all of our lives with debate prep and the stress of this run. You had some really difficult battles and were unlucky with everybody knowing an ice-type attack. We can absolutely move past this, and let's not even bring it up again.
I really do appreciate that, partner. Water under the bridge it is. Now, Donald, it looks like this is the Dark-type gym. Normally, it would be pretty imposing with the Pokemon we have to go up against, but Polyrath should be able to jump kick them into oblivion. As long as you play your cards right, we should be able to not only get out of here with no issues, but also collect some solid experience. We're going to need all we can get before we take on the Elite Four.
I'm praying every trainer just has a bunch of Tyrannitars so I can rack up that experience. But aside from experience, there is something I'm really worried about going forward. You see, we have 4 incredibly reliable team members, but it's kind of been that way for a while. Ever since we added Shendu, our encounters have been pretty underwhelming, whether it be because of level or the actual Pokemon. We're running out of time, and we need 2 more members to complement our current team.
I never even thought about that, but you're right. We got so many amazing encounters early on that we got spoiled and I guess assumed they would keep coming. In reality, those last 2 spots could be filled with legendaries, but my admitted misplays earlier have held us back from that. Not to mention we also lost our starter with what looked like was going to be a solid moveset as well. By my calculations, we should have 1 more encounter today, and I want to say 6 more before we reach the Indigo Plateau. We're going to need to hit on about 1/3 of our encounters, or we're going to have to fill in some spots with what we already have.
TLDR, give me the non-nerd version Obama. Explain it to me like I'm Joey.
Catch a good Pokemon in the Dragon's Den, then we only need to worry about catching 1 Pokemon in the next 2 episodes if nobody else faints.
Now then, was that so hard? You don't need to show your work like it's high school math class, but it's the Dragon's Den. Obviously, I'm going to catch something amazing in there. With a name like that, what do you think I'm going to catch? A baby Pokemon?
You've been foreshadowing an awful lot lately, so I'm not concerned about that comment in the slightest. But let's play devil's advocate and pretend we're going to have to pull out 2 party members to join the team. Who would you pick?
Taft would probably be the #1 draft pick, seeing we've seen how hard it can hit with its Ice Punch attack. Leads me to believe it has a really nice special, and who knows what other moves we would be able to get. For the second, I'm not so sure though. We've burnt up a lot of our quality reserves. Call us the Houston Astros because we have literally no farm system.
Could you have picked a franchise that isn't known for being a bunch of cheaters? Way to get some new allegations thrown on this run, Biden. Quick throw out every garbage can in sight.
Hold on for a second there, Obama. The Houston Astros are a fine franchise. When they came to D.C. to celebrate their first championship, they were incredibly polite. I actually still exchange Christmas cards every year with Jose Altuve. I even got an email from the team saying how much they missed me last year when they came to visit the White House. I can't wait to see them again each of the next 4 years.
Well, of course, they liked you more. I didn't even want them to come over since they cheated against the Phillies. There's no way they could have beat them any other way. I had these dreams of meeting Bryce Harper, and those cheaters crushed them.
Sounds like a massive skill issue and overdosage of copium to me, Biden. Do me a favor, can you cry into this bottle so I can have your tears on the Oval Office desk during my second term? Talk about the trophy to end all trophies.
You want to make a bet, big boy? If you by some miracle actually beat me in this election, I'll give you your trophy. But if I win, you got to give me a trophy of your own. And I want your wig for all to see front and center on my desk. What do you say, Donnie?
It's not a wig, you blind bastard. This is my totally real and legitimate hair. Anyone who says otherwise just likes spreading fake news, and when I get elected, they're going straight over the Great Wall of Trump. Maybe I'll even do it with a catapult. I'll set up some bleachers, sell tickets to millionaire Republicans, and put it on pay-per-view as well. I'll have the national debt paid off in an afternoon.
Donald, we've all seen the videos of your wig blowing all over the place. You're our friend, and we don't care if you wear a wig. You don't have to lie about it.
Note to self, add Bush to the consideration list to be in the Catapult Show main event.
What did you just say?
What? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about the strategy for the gym battle with Clair. She is going to have the first level 40 Pokemon we've seen after all. Even these gym trainers are over-leveled compared to us, and we can't make any mistakes.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said, but I think you'll be fine. My real worry would be if we ran into an electric-type gym leader. We really need to get a ground-type Pokemon at some point, seeing half our team could fall against an electric-type user. Do we even have any in reserve right now?
We do have that Fampy we hatched from an egg a long time ago. It evolves at level 25, so that might be our best option to go alongside Taft if we don't mind having a real power leveling montage.
That's definitely an idea to keep in our back pocket, Obama. Of course, we could get screwed with a few evolutions, but we could get something like a Steelix as well. I hope it doesn't come to that and we can just catch one instead of leveling up, but if there's ever a time to have a backup plan, it's now, and not if disaster strikes.
Speaking of not planning until the last minute, we are guilty of it, unfortunately. Remember how we were supposed to decide which of us would do the trainer gauntlet before Victory Road? Well, if I get this badge this episode with no casualties, the journey begins next week. I nominate myself, seeing I'm clearly the best trainer we've got here, and I'll get through it no problem with my talent and mental fortitude.
Let's play a quick game. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. Can you tell me which thing is not like the other? Before I finish, just kidding, it's me, because I'm the only trainer who hasn't let a team member faint at this point. I've displayed world-class form since we left New Bark Town, and I think it should be me.
You might not like what I'm about to say, George, but with all the trainers there are, it might amount to being multiple episodes in the series. As much as I want to be the one who carries the team through the Kanto Welcome Committee, they've let a total of 1 Pokemon faint the entire series, and we've each had single episodes of letting more than that fall alone. I think they should each take one of the next 2 episodes, and then we'll split up the Elite Four by trainer, like we did last time.
I'd be lying if I said your logic was wrong right there. And it would give them the episode that they missed while they were recovering as well. All right, men, what do you think? We'll let Trump lead off the gauntlet next week, and Biden can take us straight to the door of the Elite Four. What do you guys think?
Sounds like a plan to me. Donald can have a double-header episode next week, and I can face the toughest trainers we've seen yet. I appreciate you guys being so cool about this. What do you think, Trump?
I can't argue with that logic either. Obama's right about it probably being enough trainers to last 2 episodes, so we should go with the top 2 trainers being us. That also negates any argument we might have as well. I'm glad that we came to a decision so quickly because I randomly just got this splitting headache.
Need me to get you some aspirin, Donald? I can run over to Joe's medicine chest real quick and be back in about a half hour after I go through the 1,000,000 bottles of mislabeled medication he has in there.
I only mix up the pills because I don't think I need the 69 dosages they say I need to take throughout the day. I've searched my conditions on Google before, so I'm pretty much an expert on medicine.
Oh, Barack, you're such a caring friend. But don't worry, Donald doesn't have a headache. He just has a better half he hasn't let out to play in far too long.
Dark Maga, what are you doing here? I thought we already told you that we won't stand for an entity of pure evil taking over our friend anymore.
I always knew listening wasn't your strong suit, but rest assured, little cowpoke, I'm not here to bring the end of humanity today. I'm only here to have some fun and kick the shit out of this pathetic gym leader. Since he hasn't let me out in so long, I think taking the 8th gym from him is a fair compromise, don't you think?
I have 2 conditions for you, Dark Maga. If you can accept them, we won't protest you being here right now. If you don't accept them, we'll have Obama go Ultra Instinct and knock your form out.
That's so adorable that you think a mere mortal could defeat me. But I really don't feel like having to listen to Donald yell at me again when I'm trying to sleep about my behavior, so I'll humor this bullshit. What are your conditions, Sleepy Joe?
First off, and most importantly, there will be absolutely no Dark Brandon slander this time. You understand me?
Oh no, I might wet my pants, I'm so scared of you, Joe Biden. But sure, no need to make you go running to Jill about it. What's your second condition?
My second condition is, if you're truly so great, I assume you come with a banger theme song like the rest of us. Play it now or step aside and let a real trainer take over.
I'm not sure what you consider a banger, Joseph, but let me show you what a #1 hit truly sounds like.
Guess who's back? Back again, making things great again. Ready for a brawl? Dark Maga does no wrong. Yeah. Unstoppable force, they can't ignore. We're gonna make Johto soar. Dark Maga's reign, we're winning the game. No one can stop this red wave, MAGA. By my side, avenging what's right, it's a compatible ride. Avenge, taking names, breaking chains, no one can hide. Conquering all from the ground to Johto's starless skies. My resolve will never die, standing firm against the night. With this team we rise and fight. Triumphs, I forge ahead. I scale the indigo plateau, no regret. No rival can beat me, my spirit's blaze. From Johto's peaks to Kanto's shore. And laughter ever defeated, now reborn, rising through the storm. How we're surging, feel the might. Dark Maga's here, your guiding light. Unstoppable force, they can't ignore. We're gonna make Johto soar. Dark Maga's reign, we're winning the game. No one can stop this red wave, MAGA.
Was that enough of a banger for you, Joey?
All right, I gotta admit that was pretty fucking good. And your battle was managed with incredible ease as well. I'm not sure about you not teaching Sword's dance to Poliwrath, but overall this was a battle we were worrying about, and you made her look like a junior trainer.
All three of those moves were just too valuable for type coverage. And just like a junior trainer, she's being a sore loser and refusing to give me my prize. I should have swung her around by that cape and seismic tossed her into the lava surrounding her platform.
All right, Dark Maga, control your bloodlust and just go into the dragon's den so we can get the badge. Also, how long do you plan on staying around for?
I'm going to get the encounter in there and then I'll throw it back. You're going to need my skill to catch it. Also, I'll show you what you could have had if I played this entire episode. Behold.
There was a Raikou in these waters. Are you kidding me? All Donald found was a fucking seal. That could have been our 5th member right there.
You're more than welcome to tell my worse half that I should be the one who plays next episode instead of him. Your team could have been completed this episode. Now, don't fret. I don't sense any legendaries in the den, but I do think you're going to like what I find. Consider it a granted wish, if you will.
Is it going to be a Starmie? I always wanted one to complement our Mewtwo.
Words cannot comprehend how time has eroded the walnut of a brain you once had into the empty space that occupies your skull now. You already have a Starmie on this team, you fool. I'm going to catch a Pokemon you actually need. Just shut up for a moment and watch.
Talk is cheap, Dark Maga. I bet you used up all your luck on that Raikou we couldn't even catch. Watch this be something completely pathetic like a Huthu.
I should take away this gift for that comment. But you know what? Seeing the look on your face when I back up my power will be even more rewarding. Darkness, I call upon you to bring forth what this team needs most. Darkness, put down the fucking coffee and give me this encounter already.
Here come the excuses before we even see what Pokemon it is. Just admit you're a fraud and get...
Arnold, it's Arnold. Our yellow day 1 and the ground type we said we needed. All hail Dark Maga. The darkness has provided us a gift for the ages. I will close my eyes now and embrace the darkness.
Joe, you're just using that as a way to take a nap. You can't fool us. But holy shit, Dark Maga isn't just all talk. In terms of ground types, Arnold ranks 3rd in base stats, but is number 1 in our heart after Pokemon Yellow. Maybe this guy isn't so bad after all.
Don't mistake my flexing for kindness day 254. If I wanted to, I really could have manifested the Huthoot that Obama said I would get. Consider this an apology for making Joseph cry, and this will also get me some brownie points with Donald so he will leave me alone. If you're also wondering why we have 2 Pokemon under level 10 on the party right now, I had to bring somebody on who knew Whirlpool, and then I took another one of the expendable members of this team to fight my glorious encounter. One of them will probably faint in this battle, seeing the catch rate isn't great, but I don't think anybody cares if I lose Shrooms or Aussie.
I don't even remember what you said anymore. Just catch it, please, Dark Maga. I need some Arnold in my life right now.
Get one of your staffers to find your Ritalin and stop tugging on my suit, you decrepit weakling. I'll catch it, don't you worry, but give me some goddamn space. I was hoping I could get lucky with a quick catch, but it doesn't look like the game has that in its plans. I'll try to do some chip damage before catching it again.
This might take a few minutes, so I think it's the perfect time to read off donations from last episode. Today
Being nice and wholesome to people? Nah, I don't fuck around in the shadowy place. You can have Captain Big Mac back, I'm out of here.
That is so strange. Out of nowhere, my headache just cleared. Oh my God, it's Arnold, and I hear wild Pokemon music. Ultra Ball, go.
Welcome back, Donnie. And yes, you are right, this is our encounter in the Dragon's Den. Dark Maga took over and kicked Clair to the curb. He also blessed us with this encounter, so while I know you're just getting your bearings, please don't fuck this up.
He took the Clair battle? That piece of shit, I'm going to lecture the hell out of him later. I was looking forward to that. But I guess he did lead us to our new 5th team member, so maybe I'll give him a pass. It's just going to be tough catching this since it's such a low level and anything could one-tap it.
You're just thinking about it too much right now, Donald. Just calm down and catch the dang thing. Dark Maga left you with 2 lower level Pokemon to hit it, as you can see, and he also paralyzed it as well. You'll be fine. Let's try doing donations again to take our mind off things. Our first one came from Legendary Gamer. He throws us 7 Canadian people money, and thank you for the banger after banger comment. We hope you've enjoyed George being back, and I'm sorry, but we aren't catching that Vaporeon in the ice path. Thank you again for the donation, though.
Awesome to know I have fans out there like you, Legendary. I missed being here last week, but it was a necessary absence. We've got Omega Specs next and he throws us $10. I wish I could have seen it in person, but yeah, that debate was awesome. Thank you so much for the donation and the kind words.
Another debate I kicked Sleepy Joe's ass in, if I may add. And speaking of Biden losing, we head over to Ko-fi for our next donation from Ram420M. Thank you again for donating through there so we don't get hit with the fees. He acknowledges your solid gameplay last week, but calls you out for your comment about beating Pokemon 20 levels lower than your own in the Elite Four. Care to respond, Joe?
Speaking of me losing, you literally said that as you let shrooms faint. Pot calling the kettle black, am I right? But Ram, you aren't the first person that has brought this up. To everyone that mentioned it, did you not watch us playing Pokemon Yellow? We smacked around Putin's Pokemon in the 60s with ours in the 40s. That's what I was referencing. But shifting back to donations, we go back to our highest donation from the last episode, and it was Legendary Gamer with his second one of the week. He really wanted to get that pin back, and he did just that with his 14 Canadian people money donation, and he wants us to name a Pokemon Bidoof. Tell you what, buddy, we'll definitely do that for you. Thank you again for all the Canadian people money today.
And thank you, Pokemon Master Donald, for bringing back our unstoppable, unaliving machine from Yellow. Oh, I don't know what feels better, being able to throw all the exclamation points on or knowing that Joe can't say he caught Arnold this time. It was all me motherfuckers.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Donald. You caught Arnold, and he's going to be on the team for sure. But that reminds me, you're playing next episode, and I would think he's going to have to be in the mid-30s by next week. Now, I normally know you hate power leveling with a passion, but I hope you have fun doing it so you can use him next episode.
God damn it, Dark Maga, you fucking asshole. You knew this was going to happen. I should have seen it coming a mile away. That's it, everyone. Eternity and Taft are full-time team members at their current levels. It was nice seeing Arnold, but you know he shouldn't be a star in both series, right?
And that's how you know Dark Maga is pure evil. This is the man who said he would never waste his time power leveling and he's too good for it. Maybe he's not such a bad guy after all for giving us this satisfaction.
We all know that's absolutely not happening, Donald, so get yourself some McDonald's and enjoy grinding levels in the ice path. It's something we've all had to do at some point, and we can keep you company if you prefer.
You know what? It's fine. No big deal. I'll just hand the Game Boy over to Eric for a few hours, and I'm sure he'll take care of it for me. He always begs me to play this game with him, and now I have an excuse to do so.
If you even think of taking this joy away from me, I'll throw a 0 onto the end of your conviction total.
You little bitch, you wouldn't dare.
Hey, Kamala, can you get Alvin Bragg on the phone? I need to ask him for a favor. Also, since I'm immune as president, can you get SEAL Team 6 on the other line? I have 6 specific targets for them in a, let's say, Supreme Court room.
Okay, fine, Joe, you made your point. I'll do the damn power leveling myself. Now, don't lay a finger on Clarence Thomas's beautiful soul and let me answer these stupid questions so Gen 2 version of Cake, wearing bitch, gives me the badge finally. Yes, Pokemon are my friends. I'm not Sleepy Joe, so I don't rely on cheating. Personally, I'll crush anyone in my path, but I bet he wants me to say this before saying, oh, I understand. I think this one is the final question. Let me just say what he wants to hear one more time and we're done with this. You happy, old man? You get what you want. Now give me what I want and hand over that fucking badge.
Oh, I understand.
Don't you fucking start with that now, George. I've had a long goddamn day. First I got possessed. Then I got threatened by the most inept president in the history of this country, and I don't need this nonsense.
Oh, I understand.
Barack, I swear on all that's holy.
Oh, I understand.
Fuck this, I'm out of here. Do the fucking outro without me. I did everything that needs to be done, so let me drown in some McDonald's Sprite, and I'll see you jerks next week.
It truly never gets old pushing Donnie's buttons. But he is right, everybody, that wraps up everything we had to get done today. I'll just grab the Dragon Fang before signing off. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by, and you better not miss next week as we begin the gauntlet to the Indigo Plateau. We'll see you same time, same place.
Huge shout out to our channel members Bradley and Hector over on Ko-fi. If you would like to be featured at the end of every episode while also supporting the channel, you can do so via the link in the description of this video. The real test starts next week, and we'll need all of you here again to support us. We'll see you then.
As always, don't forget to join the Discord, and oh shit, we forgot to ask a comment question this week. How about you all tell us who you hope our 6th team member would be for the Elite Four? You can say someone we already have or someone you hope we catch. 8 badges down. 8 badges to go. We'll see you next week.
Unstoppable force they can't ignore. We're gonna make Johto soar.